Hey there, welcome to another episode of Legends with Elroy. I'm excited because today I'm going to tell you another story about Billy Bob the Knight. Now this one starts when it was a nice night. So, what's going on? Oh, it's only 1 o'clock in the morning. Why is someone knocking on my door? Man, I hope this is important. Well, here I go. So Billy Bob got up and he walked to the door and he opened it. And outside was Stanley the skunk. And Billy Bob said, "Stanley, what are you doing right now? It's really early in the morning." And Stanley said, "Billy Bob, your friend Porky, not the pig, but the porcupine, he has been captured by the pirates." And Billy Bob said, "What? Why are the pirates going after Porky? He's a porcupine who lives in the woods that's a long way from the ocean. Why do the pirates want him?" And Stanley said, "I don't know, but I need your help to save him. Will you come and help me?" Billy Bob said, "Yes, let me go get my clothes." So they set off to find the pirates and save Porky. Now it was around noon when they started to realize they were getting near the ocean because they could hear the seagulls singing. And they could also hear sailors singing. They were singing these little things called sea shanties. You know, sea shanties are like songs. They're about like your sweetheart back home, or all the gold you want, or just about quiet times in your earlier life. Well, Billy Bob really liked the sea shanties, but he didn't have time to go talk to them and learn more about the sea shanties. No, he asked Stanley, he said, "Well, how are we gonna know which pirate to find? Do you know which one took Porky?" And Stanley said, "Yes, it was the great ship, the Golden Omelette, and their dreaded pirate, Captain Eggbeater." And Billy Bob said, "Captain Eggbeater? Man, he sounds mean. But I'm gonna take care of him, you can bet on that." So they went over and they looked all around in the harbor to see if maybe the Golden Omelette was there, but it wasn't. So they came up to a big ship and they asked the captain, "We need your help finding the dread Captain Eggbeater." And he said, No, I will not help you find that guy. He's crazy and you don't want to fight him. I mean, he's scary and he's an egg beater, and anyways, he has that little thing and it's scary. You don't want to see him." So Billy Bob went and he asked like 10 captains and none of them would take him there. But then, right as he was trying to figure out what he could do next, someone said, "Ship, shite-it-oh, they're coming this way." And they looked out, and there on the horizon was the great ship Eggbeater. Well, the Captain Eggbeater was there. The ship was the Golden Omelette. I just got those backwards. Anyways, so they were there, and they realized the ship was on the way to raid the town to try to steal as much gold as they could. So Billy Bob said, "Never fear, captains and townspeople, because I'm Billy Bob, and I'm going to protect you." And Stanley said, "Never fear, captains and town people, because I'm Stanley the skunk, and I'm here to beat up some bad guys." And everybody was like, "I think the knight might do it, but the skunk? I mean, they smell bad, but I don't really know what he can do against pirates." Anyways, so there they waited, and soon the ship arrived. They were shooting their cannonballs, and they were getting ready to come into dock and to raid the town. And when they arrived and they all hopped off the ship, there Billy Bob saw Porky. he was tied up to the mast. Now, a mast in a ship is the big wood pillar thing that's in the middle that holds those big things of cloth that are called sails. He said, "Never fear, Porky, because your friend Billy Bob is on the way." So there he saw the captain. When the captain walked, it was almost like the whole dock was about to crash down. And there was Captain Eggbeater himself. He had an egg beater for a hand because a shark had bit his hand off. So he had like a little egg beater, which doesn't make a lot of sense. You know, I've heard of pirates having like, hooks and things like that, and that's kind of cool, like that's kind of scary, but an egg beater. But on the bright side, he apparently made fantastic omelets, and that's why his ship was called the Omelette, because he was just like really good, He'd get the sweet onions and a little bit of garlic. Sometimes he would do some little hot green chilies. And he would just mix them all together, add some different peppers and different things like that, and it would be wonderful. But anyways, I digress. And he said, "Billy Bob, I've heard many tales of you. I think it's time that we meet." Billy Bob said, "You let my friend go." And Captain Eggbeater said, "Well, I will let him go if you do something for me." Billy Bob said, "I won't do anything for you unless you let my friend go and let this town go. These people are innocent." And Captain Eggbeater said, "I am not worried about these people or your friend. I captured him so I'd meet you. Now, if you do this one thing I ask, I'll leave and these people will be safe and so will your friend." And Billy Bob said, "Name your price, but know that if it comes to battle, I will win." And Captain Eggbeater said, "So be it." And then he said, "Billy Bob, we would like to hear you sing a sea shanty. And if it be good enough, then you and your friend and this town will be safe. But otherwise, you and I will fight." So Billy Bob said, "That's a deal." Then he started dancing. And he started singing. "Off to the sea I go to live the pirate's life. Off to the sea I go to sail the seven seas. Off to the sea I go where sharks swim in the deep. Off to the sea I go to learn a lot of gold. Off to the sea I go, I'll raid a lot of ships. Off to the sea I go, I'll get a lot of gold. Off to the sea I go, I'll be a pirate. Off to the sea I go, and don't you know? Off to the sea I go, one day I'll bury my gold. Off to the sea I go, my name is Billy Bob." And they were all like, "That's amazing." Captain Eggbeater was clapping his egg beater, because remember, he didn't have a hand, so it was kind of like this. But anyways, he said, "Billy Bob, that was the greatest sea shanty I've ever heard, and I've heard many. So, man, cut down Porky, for anyone who has a friend as this man should be free." And he said, "Townspeople, I'm sorry for any damage. I will go now and leave you be." And then he turned to Billy Bob and he said, "Billy Bob, you and I should be friends, not enemies. Here, come aboard my ship and eat an omelet from my hand." So Billy Bob went on board the ship and he ate an omelet, or maybe like 3. He lost count. He said it was so good, just absolutely scrumptious. He said that when he took that first bite, he could hear harps, violins, a maraca for some reason. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of weird. But he got to eat omelets, and his buddy Stanley and Porky did. And so they went back home, And Billy Bob said, I'm excited to go to bed. But first, I think I'll take a bath. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Oh, about a Saturday night. Oh, rubber dubber. No. So Billy Bob went to the front door and opened it. But that is another story for another day. Well, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Legends with Elroy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.